Hello everybody and welcome back. If you're new here, I'm Adriana and I really like houseplants. Today I'm going to be repotting this snake plant because I think the soil is not retaining enough moisture. Some of the leaves, there's one right there. As you can see, are getting very dry. It could be from me just not watering enough because I do that. But I'm going to try repotting it and see if that helps with that. Look at that. I'm sorry, that shouldn't happen. However, today is a little new because I'm doing something different. So I started this channel because I really love houseplants. I love plants, I love succulents, I have cacti. Just give me all the plants except for high maintenance ones because I'll kill them and then I'll be sad. That's why I started this channel. And then a couple episodes in, that's when I started the beverage along with each video because I really enjoy trying new beers, cocktails, wines, you name it, I'll probably try it once. So today I wanted to introduce another love of mine, which is reading. I just finished reading this book and I wanted to talk about it while I repot this plant. Hopefully I can do both at once. This is an experiment. We're gonna see how it goes. I did try filming this video on 4th of July, so a couple days ago, because originally I was supposed to film it on the 3rd, but I watched Hamilton instead. So procrastinated, that didn't happen. So I tried to film it on the 4th of July, which was a big mistake because all you heard was fireworks and my dog freaking out. He's very calm, laying right there now actually, because there are no fireworks and no loud noises that make him scared. So let's get started with this whole new video. I hope you guys enjoy it, but let me intro the beer first. This is a limited release black IPA from a brewery called D&G in Geneva. They are semi-new. I think they're about a year and a half old now, and my husband and I really enjoy going there. The owner is really nice. So we picked up this black IPA. I do like it, however, I like my husband's better. I don't know if you guys saw the video or recall, but my husband did brew his own black IPA a couple months ago, and it was featured, my hair's caught on the plant. It was featured in one of the videos, and I think his is just more up my alley. This one is good. I'll drink it, but hold on. It's too sweet for me. It has too much of a sweet note. I mean, you have the richness and maltiness that you would get from like a stout, but you get the hops and bitterness and that nice contrast from the IPA. But I just think that, I don't know if it was the hops that were used or what, I just think that this is a little too sweet for me, and they don't like dance together as well as my husband's did. So D&G, I love ya, but baby did a better job. Let's get started on repotting this beautiful monster over here. So, if you're not aware, Crazy Rich Asians is now a movie, but it is based off a book called Crazy Rich Asians by Kevin Kwan. This book is part of a series. I think there are 3 books in this series, and it is the main character is a woman named Rachel Chu. She's Chinese. She's a professor of economics. Yes, they say it different in the movie because they have a British accent, so I'm doubting myself. But she's a professor of economics, and she has been dating Nick Young for the past 2 years, where he invites her to attend a family wedding in Singapore and then holiday, because they're professors, so they have the summer off, it is presumed, to summer in Singapore where he grew up. There are pros and cons. Let's do the cons first. I haven't even touched this plant. What was I trying to do here? Just trying to get this plant, this soil is not good. Ugh. So yeah, let's focus on the cons of this book. 1, well, that came out a lot easier than I thought. Wow. For the 3rd time, I believe, let me focus on the cons because I keep getting distracted. I think there are too many characters in this book. Even though the story centers around Rachel and Nick's relationship, the story is told in multiple different perspectives of characters in the book. And I just think there are too many to keep track of. I would have liked a story more focused on maybe Nick and Rachel's story, like with other family members, like his mother, his cousin Astrid, etc., like peppered in. Because I just think you have to remember so many different character names, and sometimes you're like, oh wait, did I read about this character yet or no? Ooh, maybe I did, I'm not sure. At least for me. So it can get kind of like overwhelming in that sense with the amount of characters. Also, it's very first world problems. Like, the title of this book is called Crazy Rich Asians because they're crazy rich and they're Asian. And it's like their problems are self-made. It's not like, where is my next meal gonna come from? It's, my seamstress didn't hem my dress to my specifications and now I'm gonna go have a fit about it. So if you don't think that you can relate to that, then I don't think this is the book for you. Okay, I'm sorry if this is kind of sexist. Ooh, I just spilled dirt on myself. But the book is written by a man, but the main character is a woman. And I just think the storyline of a man telling his girlfriend, hey, let's go away to Singapore for a wedding, and then not tell her anything about his background is just like, why? Also, the fact that they have been dating for 2 years and she never once, like, they're dating and they're practically living together. She never once asked about his family. She never once met his family, and that, like, maybe other people in other relationships can, like, not compare, can relate to that, but I can't. I'd be like, how come I've never seen your mom? Like, what's that about? So she's just like thrown into this world of high society, of like private jets, designer labels, very superficial problems that she can't relate to because that's not how she grew up. And I think that's also a fault with the book. There are positives in this book. I think that Rachel is a very relatable character, and she doesn't annoy me. She's just she's down to earth and very easygoing. However, I think that she had to be that way because if she wasn't, too many people would be like, why is this chick just like never ask this man who she thinks she loves about his family, and how she's not like super upset at the fact that he never once mentioned that he comes from money, just like anything about his family. So I think that she had to be like that. But that's a pro. I also think this book is very, it's an easy read. It is spilling dirt everywhere. It is over 500 pages. However, it took me about, I would say, 3 days to read, but I do skim sometimes. Ooh, I forgot to mention that. Another negative, another con, is that I think this book at times, like, he was too explainy. That's the best I can come up with. Mansplaining about, like, with the descriptions and everything. I was kind of like at sometimes, like, come on, let's get to the point. Let's get to what's happening here. I don't care about talking about the scenery for a page and a half. Of course, that's exaggerating. He didn't do that for a page and a half. But that's how I felt sometimes reading this. So I kind of skipped that and I skimmed them. This is going to take me forever. Do you see this? Like, wow. And it's so hard. There's like no aeration in this soil at all. It's just like all compacted together, which is probably why this plant is not getting the moisture that it needs when I water it, because probably like all of the water just falls through and none of it is retained in the soil, which is not a good thing. I mean, snake plants like to be dry, But, I mean, they still get thirsty. They still want to drink some water. They're not martyrs. And I'm just breaking roots like crazy because, yeah, I should have done this a lot sooner. It's very dry. So back to the book. It is a very easy read, but again, to reiterate, I think some things are too over-explained. And then, this is supposed to be the pros, but I'm thinking of more cons. I think the book is too long. I mentioned that I think there are too many characters, and that leads to the book being long. But, yeah, did I hold up the title? I don't know. This is what the book cover looks like. But look how thick that is. That is a good 500 pages worth of book. And I think that could have been really like edited down to not have so many perspectives included in there. Because while some of them were interesting, at times it was very repetitive because, again, first world problems, like, oh my god, my friend has, he had like a mirror that saved every outfit that he ever wore so he could like go back and see it like on a mirrored tablet for his closet, and like the other character was complaining about it. I'm like, I don't care about that closet. Yeah, it's super cool, but just put on the damn outfit and see what it looks like on you. What if you're like bloated that day? Your body never looks the same. It's not a realistic thing. But I rant. This soil is so dense. I broke a whole bunch of roots. Oh no, I didn't. I just broke the soil. Cool. Yeah, the soil is trash. It's going right into the trash can. I'm not even gonna save it, like how I sometimes do. Okay, what else? We were talking about good things, but I rambled off into bad things again. I did enjoy the story overall. I was invested in the story. I mentioned in the beginning that this book is a movie, and that's how I was first introduced to the book, because I didn't know it was a book. My husband told me about the movie, and he explained to me that it was an entirely Asian cast, which is awesome because this was a big Hollywood movie. I don't know if I should say big, but it was made in Hollywood. And Hollywood's predominantly white, so I think it was really amazing that the cast of this movie is all Asian. Every single person in this movie is Asian, which is awesome. That's something to be celebrated. So I do enjoy the movie. I did enjoy reading the book. I just don't think I will go on to read the other books in this series. It's just, while I enjoyed this first book, I don't think this series is something that will capture my interest for that long. But I think a big part of the reason why I wanted to finish this book is because I picked it. My cousins and I formed a book club late last year, and so we each take turns picking out books to read, and then we meet once a month and discuss the books, and it's just a really good time. We all have a lot of fun doing that, because then we get to catch up as well. So I picked this book because, honestly, I wanted something a little more lighthearted. My cousin before me, she picked Room as a book. Room is a movie as well, and if you have seen the movie or read the book, it's sad. And then before that, my cousin picked A House on Mango Street, which is a book I read in elementary school, so it was really fun and really cool to like go back and kind of see how my experience reading the book compared to how I felt about it back then and how I felt about it now. It was just really interesting to dive into. But again, if you've ever read A House on Mango Street, it's kind of sad. Physical abuse, sexual abuse, murders, deaths, like it's very, I like the book, but it's kind of also a downer. So I wanted to pick something more upbeat, more lighthearted, and I thought this would do that. But I don't know if it did. I forgot actually some of the stuff that happened in the movie because it had been a while since I had watched the movie. But some of the stuff is a little dark, like some of the relationships are just sad. Like, are these relationships really sustainable? Are they based on happiness? I don't think so. I think they're based on opportunity and strategy, and that's sad. But I enjoyed myself. I think that's all there is to say about this book, really. Those are my thoughts. I mean, if you want, like, give it a chance. It never hurts to read something. God damn it, these roots are so dry. So here's one part that I got kind of soil free and freed from the mass of that plant while making a mess everywhere. Okay, let's not do that. Let's just not pull it apart like that. All right, I don't want to make you watch the rest of this. It's probably gonna take me a little bit to untangle this mess. And this isn't even the last one I have to do. I also brought over, in case I needed to fill more time, which was not a problem, this one. This is a Ripple Jade. So I just did an unboxing of Leaf and Clay, and in there I either got a Ripple Jade or a Wave Jade. I can't remember. I don't know if there's a difference, but this is either a Ripple or a Wave. Maybe they're the same, still don't know. But I actually picked this up in Michigan for a road trip that my husband and I were doing for our 5-year anniversary. So I love this plant, but again, this plant, like the soil that it's in, sucks. Doesn't retain any water. Like, I can just pick it up. Look at that. I can just pick it up. Like that. No. Too dry. So I was going to repot that. But I'm going to do that off camera since I've said all I've had to say about Crazy Rich Asians. I hope you enjoyed my little planty book club session here, because I really did. I enjoy reading. Like I said, I've been a reader for a really long time. I'm always on the lookout for new books to read. I do tend to lean towards historical fiction when it comes to World War II and the witch trial days. I really find that fascinating. But, I'm always on the lookout to read something new, because reading transports you to a different world, and that's what I love about it. So, Crazy Rich Asians. Overall, I would say an enjoyable, easy read, but if you don't care about very, very, very first world problems, and you find that multiple perspectives in a book is confusing, I would say don't read it. However, if you want to give something new a new chance, I would say definitely try it out. Tell me what you think. If you've read the book before, let me know how you liked it. I'm always interested to learn how other people experience books. Thanks for joining me on this repot and read that I just made up. Have a great day. Cheers. I'm also an empty now.